I'm going to say it again. Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. I'm sitting here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What? What, Steele? What? I'm not even in Dallas, Texas, y'all. And I'm just feeling super grateful, seriously, on a Monday that I'm sitting not at my house, mainly because of this business and the blessing that it has provided in my life. But I posed a question in the chat about one little thing that moved the needle forward. And I wanted to share just a little inspo before I let our incredible guest speaker take it away tonight. And that's this idea of the small things repeated over time, right? The compound effect. And in my team challenge team cup thread, we have been talking about this idea of opportunities. We talked about it this weekend in our thread that we already lost maybe 8 to 9 opportunities to work and practice our business and help people get into our challenge groups in our community. We already lost those opportunities. You guys, it is the 11th of October. You have already had 11 opportunities to wake up and be great for your business. And maybe you haven't been great. Like, I don't know, maybe you're like, 11 days and I've kind of just not really done anything. Guess what? You have 20 more days left of Team Cup month, which is not 20 days. It's 20 more chances to wake up and do something that moves the needle forward. If you're reading book club book with us this month, I found it really enlightening in the chapter for this week, where it talks about the idea of micro shifts and that nothing mind-blowing or breakthroughs happen in like an instant, but it's this pattern of small micro shifts over time. And it says what you do every single day accounts for the quality of your life and the degree of your success, what you do every day. So when you choose to read your personal development versus scroll social media, that adds up. It might not feel like it in the moment, but it does. It's not whether you feel like putting in the work, but whether or not you do it regardless. And then it goes on to say, you may not think what you did this morning was important, but it was. You may not think that the little things add up, but they do. I think we give too much credit to the big breakthrough, like huge moments. And those are awesome and they're shiny and they're fancy and they cause us to pause for a second and have gratitude for where we've been and our journey and where we're going. But to get where you want to go, it's little tiny micro shifts every day added up over time. And so I'm grateful to pass the mic over to our guest speaker tonight because Virginia is like a living, breathing example, you guys, of what that looks like to have small micro shifts, small, showing up, taking the chance, doing the dang thing every day over time. I'm going to read a tiny bit of her bio. I'm not even going to do it justice, you guys, because truly, she's going to be able to tell her story way better than I can. But just for some perspective, okay, she was a college volleyball athlete, okay? Started coaching while she was in pharmaceutical school and decided after graduating with her doctorate, okay, to pursue full-time coaching instead. What kind of guts this girl's got, right? Like, man, I think that's incredible because the world probably told her that a doctorate meant she should go down a certain path, yet she chose differently. And in doing so, she is sitting here a 5-time elite coach, an 11-star diamond coach, which means she's duplicated leadership in incredible ways on her team. She's in the Millionaires Club, okay? A Success Club legend. Like there's like the list can go on. Beachbody Challenge winner, y'all know Summit, and you see those people on the screen. She's one of those people. And truly though, for me, she's somebody that I've admired from afar for a long time. She's dear friends with one of my friends, Mariah, who you might remember from the cast of 9 Week Control Freak, who spoke to us about a year ago as that program was getting ready to launch. And I've always just gotten to admire her from afar. So I'm selfishly really excited for tonight that I get to admire her right here on our team training. So Virginia, I'm going to mute myself. You take it away, sis.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. That introduction is kind of crazy to hear, you guys, because I remember being on the other side and listening to all of these incredible coaches and their accolades. And I just kept telling myself that one day that was going to be me. So it's always a full circle moment when I hear somebody introduce me now, because I'm like, I remember being an Emerald coach, being on these calls. So it's so cool to see it all happen. And I absolutely loved from your book club. You'll have to tell me what book it is. I thought it was maybe Slight Edge because it sounded like it. But man, it's just those small, consistent habits that you are doing as a coach will get you to where you want to be. So just remember that. The Compound Effect is another great book that, very most coaches read right off the bat. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what I've done. And I tell people all the time, I'm nobody special. Like, I still don't feel like I'm amazing at talking on calls. I don't feel like I have the best social media or do anything particularly fancy, but I have shown up pretty much every single day in my business. I've done the BAT, the business activity tracker. I've invited people, I've followed up with people, I've shared my journey, and that is what will bring you success. So a little bit of my backstory before I dive into my topic. I started Beachbody back in 2013. At that point in my life, I was in pharmacy school. I had just finished playing college volleyball, and I was in this new chapter of my life where I was no longer a part of a team, which if any of you guys played sports, it's kind of a weird transition when you're done with playing sports for the rest of your life, because you just have that team atmosphere. And I loved it. I loved being a part of a team and having to show up for practices and workouts and all that stuff. So I felt really lost when I was no longer a part of a team. So I was really struggling on my own health and fitness journey. I was going to the gym. I was ripping out magazine pages to get workouts. I had no idea what I was doing with nutrition. I didn't even know how to cook chicken. Like, it was a hot mess. And one day on Facebook, I got a random friend request. And I knew of the girl. She was friends with one of my friends. And randomly, I clicked accept. And I just thank my lucky stars that I clicked accept that day, because instantly I was attracted to what she was posting on social media. And it wasn't anything crazy. It was motivational quotes that were speaking directly to me at that point in my life, healthy recipes. And then one day she shared a transformation. And I looked like the before photo, and I wanted to look like the after photo. And I was like, what is this? Like, what are they doing? So I just like that photo. She sent me 9 paragraphs, you guys, 9 paragraphs, like word vomited all over me. I read every single word and I was so intrigued. I was like, this sounds like exactly what I need, which is kind of crazy, right? Sometimes you just can't say the wrong thing to the right person at that point in their life. So I tell my coach not to do that now, but it worked for her, for me. Anyways, I actually ended up saying no the first time, but it wasn't because of what she had to offer. It was because it was over Christmas. And I had in my head that there was just no way I was going to sign up for a challenge over Christmas. I can't give up cookies. I just knew I couldn't commit to it. So I said no. And then about a month later, I was in the same spot. I had gained about 15 pounds after playing college volleyball. I wasn't fitting into my clothes. I was literally at the point where I needed to go buy new pants because I was in pharmacy school and we had to dress up every single day. We had to wear dress clothes. And back then, dress pants were not forgiving. Like, now they have stretchy ones. Back then they did not. So I was literally jumping into them, wearing baggy sweaters to kind of cover how tight they were. And so a month later, she posted about a 21-day challenge. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. This finishes before Christmas. Sign me up. I'm going all in. And I did. And I fell absolutely in love. So I actually started as a customer and I did T25 with Sean T. I got humbled really quickly. Being a former athlete, I'm like, I don't know about these home workouts. And then like the first workout, I had tears in my eyes because I couldn't even do all the moves, couldn't do all the push-ups. And it was a journey and it was so much fun. I loved the challenge group. Every single morning I was waking up, going in the group. I was the ultimate challenger. My coach didn't even approach me because I was already looking at her page and I'm like, wait, what are these coaches? Like, she's getting paid for this? This is so much fun. I want to be a part of this. So I reached out to her and I said, I think I want to become a coach just to fill my own cup, because this finally felt like this new team. And so that's where my journey began. And I coached part-time for 3.5 years while I was in pharmacy school. So it was a journey, you guys. I watched people go on the Success Club trips. I watched people go to leadership, do all these things, and I couldn't go because I was in school. I had made that commitment, and it was really hard at times, but I knew that once I was done school, I was going to be able to go on those trips and my hard work would pay off. So if you're in that boat, I know the last 2 years we haven't got to do live events. You may be a new coach and you have never went to one of these events. Know that it will be worth the wait, because when I finally got on that Success Club trip, like 4 years into my coaching journey, I was like, this is absolutely amazing. And I got like the presidential suite because I'm like, I'm finally here. This is amazing. So just know that it will be worth the wait. And then fast forward to about 2016, that's when I graduated from pharmacy school and I made the decision to go full-time with coaching. And a lot of people were like, excuse me? You were just in school for 7 years. And I just knew, I just had this feeling.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
My husband's iPad who said that. That's so funny. Okay, I might have to put the iPad in the bathroom. One sec. That's so weird. I've never had to do that before. Anyways, I just had this gut feeling that this is what I needed to do. And I had some pushback from my parents. They were like, are you sure about this? But I was also at a point where I was earning almost the same as what a pharmacist would earn full time. And I had been working part-time on my business. So I just knew that if I dove into this opportunity full-time, that I would be able to grow it even more. And fast forward, that was 2016, like 4 or 5 years later, I'm so glad that that was the decision that I made, because we've been able to grow our business even more. I've been able to help even more people, and it's just been absolutely amazing. Whew, I'm talking fast. I need to catch my breath. I'm also pregnant, so I feel like maybe that's why I'm a little out of breath here. So I'm gonna take a sip of water. I get really fired up when I tell my story because it is cool, you know, to see where I started to where I am now. Okay, so let's share my screen here because I do have some slides for you guys. Can you guys see it? Good. Yeah, okay. So my topic is how to achieve diamond. And I literally was talking to my team today about this. Diamond is when you get in the car. Like when you start your business, it's when you get the keys to the car. When you hit emerald, you're walking to the car. When you hit diamond, that's when you get in the car. And then once you hit 2-star, that's when you're rolling in the car, okay? And I want you guys to have that mindset and think about this business in that way, because it's so, so true. And I don't want you guys to stop at emerald. I don't want you guys to stop at diamond. I want you guys to continue to grow and build your business to the next step. So, how to achieve diamond. Vision without action is merely a dream. Vision with action can change the world. Oh, this quote is so good, because I feel like a lot of coaches say, I want to hit diamond. I want to hit that next rank. But are you willing to put in the work to get there? Because that's what's going to make you achieve that next goal. It's not just saying it. You really have to put in the work to get there. So, quick overview. Diamond requirements. You need 8 coaches of your own, and then 2 of those coaches need to be emerald. That's these green ones. And you need 100 personal volume. So Shakeology is 90 PV. If you have that on Home Direct and you have 1 customer, you're good. You've met that requirement. And I always show my coaches this and make sure that they either have a notebook or have this printed out, especially if your goal is diamond by the end of the year or in the next month or during Team Cup. You need to have that diamond roadmap on your desk so you can see it every day. So you know where you're at and where you're going. It's super, super important. So you need to be able to look at your sponsorship drill down. If you don't know how to do that yet, just reach out to your coach. She can send like a quick screen recording of how to do it. It's super easy. Once you know how to do it, you will not forget. And that's how you can fill this in. So you want to fill this in with the coaches that you currently have. And then you can, on another paper, write down the coaches that, you know, are potential coaches. So make a list of people. Who's going to go on that list? I know a lot of my coaches are like, who's going to be on my team? Who's going to be a coach? First off, your challengers, people that are already in your groups, they make phenomenal coaches because they already have an idea of how the groups work, the programs work. Hopefully they've already had a good experience, and then it's just easier for them to start sharing. I was the ultimate challenger and I turned into a great coach because I had that experience in that first challenge group. So start with your current customers and challengers. Anybody that is ordering products, so go to your recent orders and see who's been ordering stuff through you. Make sure that you message them and check in with them. Those are the people that you want to invite to your team, either as a preferred customer or as a coach. And then also on this list, I want you guys to put down people that you think would be incredible coaches. So this is kind of your dream team, old teammates, a college friend, a friend of a friend, of somebody who's super positive or friendly, somebody who's already sharing their wellness journey on social media. And I have a list of people, and I tell my team that it's like this big funnel. You want to have this huge funnel of people that are potentials. And over time, they will slowly drop down. Sometimes it's in a month, sometimes it's in 2 months, sometimes it's in 6 years. I literally had a girl sign up last year who watched me for 6 years. And she is a rock star because she knew exactly what to do because she watched me for so long. So know that it may not happen tomorrow after you make this list and start inviting people, but you need to make this list. Number 2, share about the coaching opportunity. If you don't talk about it, people don't know about it, you guys. Share where you were before coaching to now. Even if you've only been a coach for a month, I know that you've noticed changes in your life and in yourself, whether that's physically, mentally, in relationships, literally anything you can share before versus now. Maybe you're like me, you had no idea what you're doing with nutrition and you've learned so much, and share about that and be excited about it. Like, wow, I literally had no idea what I was doing when it came to nutrition. Since I've joined this community and I've tapped into these tools, I've learned so much, and I finally feel like I know what I'm doing and how to fuel my body properly. Another one, how has the coaching community positively impacted your life? Exactly what we've just been talking about. And so easy to talk about just the community in general. We have such a positive community, and not everybody has that in their life. A lot of people are surrounded by a lot of negativity and craziness in the world. And I feel like our coaching community is the one safe place that we have, that you're going to go into our groups. You may see something funny, something motivational, just something positive for your life. So that's something that you can definitely share about. What financial gains have you experienced? This can be big or small. I know one of my really good friends, she's been coaching for about the same time as me. She always shares about her first paycheck went towards getting her nails done, because that was something that was an extra. And she was finally able to spend $60 to get her nails done. And she felt so good to earn that money and be able to treat herself. So that was something that she shared about. And maybe you're using your extra income to go towards daycare or groceries or certain bills, or you're paying off debt. Whatever this little extra income or big income is going towards, share about it, talk about it on your stories, make a post about it. What do you love about coaching? Just make a list of everything that you love about coaching. That's where you can make a post from. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with the coaching opportunity? This would have been like 2015 at Summit, I think. I made a post and I just said, I'm going to be a millionaire with Beachbody. Literally, that was the title or the first line of the post. And I still have it screenshotted. And I'm sure some people were like, I roll here. And then the people that have followed me that long probably remember that post and probably saw when my coach shouted me out for hitting the Millionaires Club. So paint this vision of where you want to be, not only for yourself, but for others. So they understand why you are doing this. You're not just posting workouts and shakes. You're doing this because ultimately you want to be able to stay at home with your kids, or you want to be completely debt free, or one day you want to move to Hawaii and be able to take your family there and live there. And just whatever your big vision is, I need you guys to make it super clear and make a post about it and talk about it often. Not only is it going to motivate you, but others are going to be like, wow, is that really possible with this thing? And then maybe it'll get their wheels turning like, wow, that would be nice. Like, I really hate my job right now. I'd love to be able to work from home. So it gets the wheels turning. And does coaching help you with your own wellness goals? Of course it does, right? Coaching makes you more accountable because you're showing up and you're sharing your journey. You're not hiding it from people. You're not by yourself. You're with a group of people. You have accountability. Literally, becoming a coach is the best thing that you could do for accountability on your own journey. So here's some example posts. I find that my team struggles the most to make posts about coaching. And I'm like, you guys, I get it. When I post stuff about coaching, like a coaching post usually gets the least amount of likes. That's fine. Because if there's 10 people that like it, sweet, that could be 2 of my new rockstar coaches. You don't need a ton of people to see it. The ones that see it and read it, those are the right people. So don't get caught up in the likes or how it does in engagement. Just make sure that once a week, at least, you are sharing about the coaching opportunity somehow. So this is Nicole. She's a coach on our big team, not one of my coaches. She's done really well. She's amazing. And I love this post that she wrote. She talked about how she has always been a hard worker. And there's a lot of people that will relate to that. Like, I've always loved to work and make money. I've loved that. I like to make money. And then she talked about how her and her husband were physical therapists, and they were just swapping shifts. He would work in the morning, she would work at night. They literally didn't see each other, and then they would take care of the kids. And because of coaching, she was able to step back to like 2 or 3 days a week where she goes into the clinic and then she works her coaching business at home. And she's able to be at home with the kids. She's able to be more present with her family. And that means the world to her. Isn't that an awesome post? Don't you think people would resonate with that? Don't you think other people would potentially want that? Share about that. Even if you're able to go back one day from work because you're making a little bit extra from coaching, share about that. If you know a coach on your team that goes full time, share about that on your stories. Be like, this is my friend. Look what she did. It's going to be me next. Like, that's what I'm working towards. So make sure you're sharing about those things. Another post, this is one that I made. So I moved to Arizona in 2016, and I literally didn't know any females here. My husband is from here. My parents are snowbirds here. So I knew 3 people, my husband and my mom and dad. And because of coaching, I was able to meet local coaches. My friend Cassidy in the yellow, she lived in Washington. I met her at a Beachbody event and she moved to Arizona. I was like, sweet, you're going to be in Arizona. We can hang out from time to time, and we're not even on the same team. But it's just nice to have this community that is always positive. You have stuff in common. So with Super Weekend coming up, you guys, if there is a Super Weekend event near you, go and try and be social. I'm like the most introverted person ever. But when you're at a Beachbody event, you have so much in common. It's easier to get outside your shell because you literally can be like, hey, what workout program are you doing? Like, that's a conversation starter. And then from there, you're going to be best friends. Mariah, that she was talking about at the beginning of the call, I literally met her in an Arizona Facebook page because I sold her Shakeology. That's how we became friends, and we've been friends ever since. So it's really cool how this community has brought, these people into my life. And if I moved to Arizona with no friends, at least I knew that there was a coaching community here and I was able to tap into it. So I shared about that because as you get older, it is harder to make friends. It is harder to make friends that have common interests to you. So you can share about the community. If you go to a super weekend event this weekend, you better take a photo with the people you are with, and you better share that maybe you didn't know any of these people before. And now you're so glad that you met them because they give you life and they excite you and they make you happy. And it's just good, positive energy and vibes. So if you guys can get to a super weekend, I don't think it's this weekend. Next weekend, I don't know. I'm all over the place, but it's coming up. If you can get to one, make sure to get to one. Another post example, this is my friend Kirsten. She's been coaching for about 8 years now too. She was a full-time dental hygienist when she started. So she worked 40 to 50 hours a week. She used to do coaching in the morning, coaching at night, and she built her business up and she was able to step back to like 3 days. And then like 2 years ago, she stepped back completely and now she's a full-time coach. So she wrote this post and she said, "This was always the goal." And prior to this, she had made a post when she was in the thick of her journey about what her goal was. So even before she had kids, she was posting like, "My goal is to be able to be home with my children, be able to work a business around my life with my kids." And so now she was able to make a post saying that she never has to go back to a 9 to 5, that she's able to be with her children and work her business in pockets of time. And she's just so thankful that this opportunity came into her life. Like another great post. And it doesn't matter if you haven't got there yet, because you can still share about your vision and your goal with this business, and people will relate to it. So that was the last example. And I encourage you guys to follow some other coaches, or from time to time go kind of creep on other coaches. And if you see a post about coaching and you're like, "Man, that was a good one," screenshot it. I still screenshot it and I'm like, okay, I need to take this, I'll make it into, my own story, tweak it, because I'm not the best writer, to be completely honest. Like when I go to write a post, it's challenging for me at times. And if you're one of those people, it's okay, because there's so many great coaches that are great at posting. Don't copy exactly word for word, but you can take that idea and then make it into your own, put your story into it. And I tell my new coaches that all the time, like, I've been posting for 7.5 years. If you scroll way back, you're going to find some posts, and take it and kind of tweak it into your own, apply it to your own journey and story. Don't make this too hard. Okay, so next thing, help people maximize results and fall in love with the products. So this ties into how to get your inactive coaches active, because this is a big thing too. When you're working towards Emerald and Diamond, 1-star, 2-star, people will go inactive sometimes. And that's okay. It's a part of the game. I have a ton of inactive coaches, but the way to potentially, hopefully get them active is really to re-engage them on their journey. Some of your coaches, you really need to treat like customers, because maybe they're not working the business, but if you treat them as a customer and you are more engaged with them, they're more likely to actually continue the products and do the programs. So just do a quick check-in with them, see how you can help them with their own personal goals. And a lot of times it will turn into them potentially wanting to order more Shakeology or tapping into the programs more and just getting more engaged. So these are some examples that I send to my inactive coaches. So just, a check-in, asking them how they're doing with their workouts, nutrition, and supplements lately. They might be like, "Oh, I'm out of product, but I haven't done a workout in a week." So really they need your help. So be like, "I'm doing this program, you should do it with me. You could get early access to it. We actually have a sale. Oh, I see your Beachbody On Demand is going to renew next month. You should really do the $140 sale. You could get supplements with it." instead of just Beachbody On Demand. So it's just chatting with them, seeing how you can help them. Another idea is inviting them to do the program that you're doing. And when I start new programs, I try and go through my entire downline and invite those inactive coaches to do my next program with me, because it's a way to re-engage them. And sometimes your inactive coaches or coaches on your team that maybe haven't done anything could potentially turn into a coach that loves this and dives into it. And that can be the shift of them completing a full workout program. So when you're starting a new program, invite your inactive coaches to do it with you. And then the last thing is inviting them to do like a 3-day refresh, which this is actually perfect timing because Halloween is coming up. I'm not personally doing the 3-day refresh while pregnant, but if I wasn't pregnant, this is probably something that I would actually be doing right now. And I do a couple times a year just to get people re-engaged and doing stuff together. So maybe there's another coach on your team that you guys are both pushing towards Diamond. Okay, let's put our heads together and let's be like, let's run a 3-day refresh group for the first week of November. November 1st is on a Monday this year, you guys. How perfect is that? 3-day refresh on the 1st. Literally after this call, if you're pushing towards Diamond, message your success partner and be like, we're doing the 3-day refresh. We're going to promote it. We're going to invite all of our inactive coaches, our entire downline. Like those things help you hit Diamond and help you re-engage with your team. So this is an example invite you could send to an inactive coach to hopefully get them to do the 3-day refresh with you. Another one, utilize the preferred customer option. So I recommend signing everyone up as a preferred customer or coach. It's the same price as a customer. And what I've found is usually people want to edit or cancel or delay or change their orders some type of way after that first month. So they're going to be in that subscription membership area anyways. If they want to cancel, they can cancel it right there too. Super easy for them to do that. So I explain it after they sign up. And this is how you're going to get to Emerald, you guys. People don't even have to insert their social anymore. You need 2 people to become an Emerald coach. You need 8 people and 2 emeralds on each, or 2 emeralds to become a diamond. Like that's really not that many people, especially if you're signing up preferred customers or coaches. Success Club 5 is 3 people. If you hit Success Club 10, that's 5 people. That's what you guys need to do in order to get to Diamond. You could really get to Diamond in 1 month if you set your mind to it. 1 month, 2 months. I mean, it took me 8 months, so don't feel bad if you've been here a while working towards it, but I'm just telling you what is possible. Check your customer orders, go through the last 3 months of orders. Make sure to tell those people about the preferred customer option. Let them know that they could sign up and get a discount. Hey, you've been ordering Shakeology for 4 months straight. Did you know that we have this option where you can sign up as a preferred customer and you'd save about 15 bucks a month on your Shakeology? Would you like to do that? Just a simple message like that. And honestly, it's giving them the best deal. Think about it as a Costco membership. It's basically the same thing. So I know that was a lot in this call, but here are your action steps. Make a list of people, minimum 30. And honest, before I go into this, yes, I've hit 11 star before. I'm currently 6 star. I'm always working towards Diamond. I'm always looking to expand my team. Once you hit a certain rank or once you get this X amount of coaches, it doesn't stop. You have to keep going, bringing new people in, but that's where the excitement is. I love signing up a new coach and seeing that excitement in them, seeing them make their first post, seeing them sign up their first customer. It's exciting for me because I remember how that felt. So every month, you're working towards Diamond, you're working towards Emerald. I want you guys to always be in that phase 1 of signing up people to join your team. So this applies to everybody on this call. Whether you're working towards Diamond, Emerald, 1 star, 2 star, make a list of people. Minimum 30. Go back to that prior slide if you have to, and it shows you exactly where you can grab those people from. Make a post about coaching today, because a lot of times people say they will and they just don't. Weave coaching into your post somehow today. I know it's already like nighttime, so maybe for tomorrow, talk about coaching, some aspect of it. Make that a habit to do that every week, at least one post about coaching, so people can understand why you're doing this and that you're actually a coach. Talk on your stories about coaching the next day after you make that post or the day of, and make this a weekly habit. My coaches are amazing at sharing their workouts. They share their workouts every single day. They share their energize every single day. Great. Now let's share about coaching, because some people may just think that you're sharing your workout journey. They may not know that you have a whole opportunity that they could join you. So make sure that you talk on your stories. People will get to know you. Don't just post slides. And even to this day, I have to take like a couple takes. Lots of times I mess up my words or I mess something up. I just redo it, whatever. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you mess up your words, people will probably be like, oh, that would be me, and they'll relate to you. So just get on your stories and talk about coaching in the different ways that it's impacted your life. The other thing, have a recording of a coach webinar ready to send to someone if they say yes. So maybe you don't have this, but your upline probably has one of these somewhere. Make sure you have that link handy in your phone. So if somebody does say, yeah, I am interested in more information about that, that kind of sounds cool. Awesome. Here's a video. Watch this, check it out. Let me know what you think, and we can chat more and see if you have questions or if this would be something that you'd want to do. That is so important. A lot of my coaches get hung up on that. They're like, okay, they might want to do this now. What do I do? Send them a video, send them more information. Once you hit diamond and above, make your own video like that. If you feel like it right now, make a 20-minute video to explain what coaching is, but just have some type of resource so that you can send to people if they are interested. Next thing, go through your downline. Check in with all of those inactive coaches. There's 3 months left in the year? Let them know that they can join your group. Hey, let's finish the year strong. Hey, I haven't heard from you for a while. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? The last 2 years have been nuts. Would you like to join our current group that we're doing? It's been really fun. We have some giveaways going on. Just check in with them. They'll appreciate it. And you never know, that might be your next top coach. Because lots of times people don't start their coaching journey right away. Sometimes it takes them committing to a program, really getting results, and then they become a coach and really want to dive into the opportunity because of that experience. Go through your recent customer orders and tell your customers about the preferred customer option. Make sure that they know that that is there. A lot of people don't know. It's still really new. So make sure to talk about that even in your challenge groups as well. Tell people like, hey, did you know that you could save $15 on your Shakeology a month or your orders? So make sure to go through your customer orders. And then finally, continue being consistent, doing the vital behaviors, and repeat. Literally, I'm doing this all the time, you guys. This is my go-to to continue building my team and to continue getting to that next level. So it never stops. Even if you're a brand new coach, Emerald, Diamond, 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, we are all in that phase 1 of bringing new people in, getting them excited, getting them results, and hopefully they want to join your team and do what you do. And that's when it gets fun. It gets fun when you have other people on your team that you're able to work with and get excited about. That's when it gets fun. Teamwork makes the dream work. So that's everything. I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything. You could unmute yourself. I'll read the chat.
Yes, so good. You guys drop questions in the chat for me. Okay. They're like, seriously, been in the business like 7.5, 8 years, really great success, right? Like helps other people level up to diamond. That's very evident with being 11-star, right? 11-star isn't a reflection of how many, it's a reflection of you being able to teach other people how to level up and lead too. So ask away, especially those of you who are definitely pushing for diamond. One thing I really loved while people are dropping those questions is this idea that like, Virginia, at the beginning, you said that that first group that she invited you to was like December, Christmas time, holidays, whatever. And you said no, because you had an idea in your mind of like what fitness should look like during holidays and should not, right? But then her coach posted a month later for a 21-day challenge. And that was the right moment for her after she saw that post. But I thought to myself, what if Virginia's coach was so like upset by that no from her that she just decided to stop doing her workouts, stop showing up on social, stop inviting people, and allow that one no to dictate what she did with the rest of, her choices. Like Virginia wouldn't be here right now. And so often I see us do that, where like we let one disappointment derail us from what we're actually destined to do. And I just thought that was so powerful. I couldn't get off of that. So thank you for sharing that little tidbit. We've got a couple questions. I'll let you read them in the chat.
All right, so someone said, I have a lot of people give me pushback about the PC when they want to get in the habit of using the stuff before committing to PC. How do you combat that? So lately, honestly, I've just been signing them up as PC or coach. Like I don't even tell them. And I actually got that from Mariah, who is a little bit more, I don't know, I used to ask, but usually people don't even know really what the difference is. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately. And I think I had one person say, hey, what's this preferred customer? Like, I don't want that. And then I explained it more, and I just let her know, if you don't want it, you can just cancel before the 30 days before it even charges you. And so she ended up doing it, and she actually ended up keeping it. So just have that confidence going in and give that a try. If it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't, change it up. But that's what I've been doing lately. How often do you check in with inactive coaches if they do not respond the first time? Usually about like 2 weeks and then a month. I usually check in with inactive coaches like quarterly. In the beginning, it was a lot more because I only had a couple inactive coaches and I didn't have a huge downline. Now it's a lot bigger, so it's usually every quarter I'm trying to check in with them. Yeah, good question. I have a girl who's been inactive for so long, but she's still up to date with her business fees. Yeah, sometimes people are kind of strange and they just don't reply. If they don't reply, it is what it is. You tried, right? You tried to reconnect. And then next time try and reconnect with them again. Yes, confidence in your combos. You lead the combo 100%. We have a new coach she's not under me, but she's in like my big team. And she is a freaking rock star. She was in like the top 20 in Canada her first year. She does real estate. And she is so confident in her conversations that I feel like people just say yes because she's so excited and confident. Like, this is what we're going to do. You're ready? All right, this is the package you're going to get. So you can either do this one, or this one. We're going to sign you up as a coach because that's the best deal. It's basically like if you're at Costco, obviously you're going to get the membership. Why would you not do that? So I'm going to send you over this email. You're going to fill it out and you're going to sign up tonight. Like, that's literally what she does. She'll get people on the phone. She'll send voice notes. I'm like, wow, I need to take tips from you because she's killing it. And it's 100% because she's just confident. And she can be like that because she's gotten awesome results. She knows that these tools work. She knows that the coach discount is the best option for them and that they should probably become a coach so that they get the best results. And she's just confident when she talks to people. So I think we could all take a little bit of that into our combos after this. Don't feel guilty pushing them into the $15.95 fee. If you tell them about it, they can always cancel. If they don't want to continue it, they can cancel before it even charges. So that's the cool thing with PC and with coaching is it doesn't charge until day 30. So about day 20, I send them a message. Hey, how have the shakes been going? Are you liking them? How have you been making them? Like, have a conversation with them. Don't just be like, how's Shakeology? How's your workout? Like, really ask questions. Make sure that they've been using the products. Make sure that they're not just, I had a girl just like stirring it with a spoon. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You need to blend this, like add stuff to it. So make sure you have a conversation. And that's why voice notes are sometimes just easier because sometimes communication is tough through just Instagram or whatever. If you're able to get on FaceTime with a client, if you don't have that many clients and you have the time, get on FaceTime and talk to them. Be like, hey, how's your journey going? How are you liking the supplements? You know what? I think you would make a phenomenal coach. You should really make a post about what you've been doing. You've been showing up in our group doing so well. It's all about breathing belief into them. If you lead with, I feel guilty about pushing them into the $15.95 fee, you will. But you shouldn't feel like that, because if you're giving them the information that they can decide if they want to keep it or not, and you're able to potentially tell them to join your team and they want to hop on board with coaching, you could not only change their lives physically, but also financially too, if they actually dive into this opportunity with us. Yeah, and they can cancel at any time. Yeah, just the membership fee. So how could I go back to someone who's already a customer but doesn't want to upgrade to PC? I would just check in with them, see how they're doing. If they're liking the supplements and actually using them consistently, that's the time that they would sign up as a preferred customer or coach. Most of my conversations are through Instagram or Facebook. I hate email. You have to figure out what works for you. If somebody emails me, I'm deleting it. Like, I'm not going to respond to you. So I don't know. I feel like, and even the emails I do send, I never get responses, but maybe this is my mindset. Some people love email and some people convert everybody. But I personally just have Instagram and Facebook combos really. What have you found to be key things to have new coaches do that want to work the business to help them get started? So I actually just made a 10-step checklist that I could send to you, because that's what I have them do. I made it on Canva. I'll share the editable, or the one that you can edit, but it walks them through what I have them do. It's 10 steps, so I can send that to you guys. She loves the stuff but doesn't want to upgrade. Ask her why. Like, have a conversation. What's holding you back? Do you have multiple challenge groups for different programs? I have one ongoing group, and then when new programs come out, I'll have like a specific group. So I have a 645 group that's wrapping up, and then I have an ongoing just boot camp group on blog groups and on Facebook. And then probably in December, because that's when I started, I always do like a 21-day fitness challenge in December that goes well, because sometimes like pop-up special groups are fun too. But I just have a big group because it's been easier, because some of my coaches get in there, and it was hard for me to keep moving people to a new group. So that's why I went to one big group. Probably for the first 5 years though, I was doing a new group every single month. And if you don't have that many people, you can do that. But my groups just started getting bigger and bigger. So it's just easier just to have one. Yeah, you definitely just have to do what works best for you.
I'm going to pop in with one more like money question, since I don't want to take up all of your night tonight. And we'll wrap up with that. But I know that a lot of your training is really beneficial for that coach that is not yet Emerald to go Emerald. All these tips are applicable, right? And it's also really applicable for a lot of our coaches right now who are in that Emerald, halfway to Diamond, clawing for Diamond range to get to Diamond. But can you land the plane for us and give a little advice to my gals who are on the call tonight who love to hit Diamond and then fall out of Diamond only to maybe get Diamond back, but never pass that point to get to the 1-star, 2-star. Can you give us a little encouragement for those coaches on tonight that are in that leadership position already? They've already hit that mountaintop milestone, but it's like they're teetering on that on again, off again Diamond, like the chronic Diamond. What can that chronic Diamond do to get to that next level? What did you do?
Yes, definitely. So luckily my first Diamond was a coach on my team that I was like, hey, we're doing this together. She came to Summit with me, my very first Summit. And so we were able to build together. And luckily that was my first Diamond. She's no longer in the business, which is crazy because she was like my first coach. It's sad. She would have been making a lot of money now. Anyways, so she was my first person, but at the time I was building my spouse account. So if you have a spouse account, build it. You've already hit diamond once, build it in that second account. Obviously they have to know that they are a coach. Make sure that you are like, hey, so I've hit this goal. We're going to sign you up as a coach so that basically we can have 2 business centers and we can get to the next level. So make sure your spouse account knows that they are a spouse or knows that they are signed up. Let them know like their coach ID. You might want to write it down for them in their phone because you can't just take their social and sign them up. But as long as they are on board with you for this, that's a great way to get to 1 star. I encourage my coaches to sign up their spouse and get them to diamond because you've already built to diamond, so you can do it again. If you don't have that situation, then go through your downline. Who's going to be your next diamond? Who can you grab and be like, hey, you have all the potential in the world to get to diamond. Let's go. We have like 90 days left. You can do this. You have to breathe belief into them. And even right now, I have a coach on my team. I'm trying to help her hit diamond and I'm trying to incentivize her. I got the Amwala bobblehead and she missed out on it last month. I'm like, girl, this is yours when you hit diamond this month. She was like, oh, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm mailing it to you as soon as you lock in diamond. Like, you need 1 more emerald, let's go. So just use different tactics to help people get to that next level. I don't feel like there's an easy answer to this, but it's really just helping your leaders get to that next level, which can look different for everybody, right? You know, different people need different things. Some people need to work with them. Like if hopping on a power hour together helps them, be like, hey, I'm willing to get up at 5 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like, let's work together and do this business together. Take the time to go to their sponsorship drill down and talk to them about, you know, where they're at and where they need to go. Lots of my coaches, I think that they know their downline. I think that they know how to look at it correctly. And some of them are still a little lost. So I'm like, okay, let's take, 30 minutes. We'll walk through your downline so that you know exactly who's on the left, who's on the right. You can see their orders. Like, okay, this coach, she was on Shakeology. She got it like 3 or 4 months ago. Have you checked in with her? Did she like Shakeology? Maybe she needs more. Does she need more? Is she out? Like, those are questions that now you have the information and you can go contact that coach who's inactive. And sometimes as a brand new coach, you might be like, whoa, how do I even do this? Don't worry, you'll learn. Like, you'll learn a lot as you go. And I feel like those are things you as a diamond can teach your emerald working towards diamond. So just give them as much knowledge and love and support and belief as you can to get to that next level.
I love it. And what I'm hearing is you're not waiting for someone to become diamond or become emerald. You're working with people who you see potential in to help groom them and mentor them and educate them to get to that space. And so I love that because it's not a passive activity, my friends. If you want to wait for people to quote unquote work the business, you'll wait your whole life. You have to grab somebody. This chick sitting right here next to me was a hard no at working the business, y'all. And she's one of the top coaches on our team and one of my dear freaking friends. And that came through me grabbing her and saying, I see you and I know you can do this, right? And you got to do that for people. I lied. There is one other question that Nicolette gave that I think would be really helpful if you have time. Are we okay?
Yeah, no, you're good. My
Okay.
husband's gone, so I really have all night.
She asked about inviting, and I think this might be really helpful, especially Team Cup Month with people. When we have that fear, what are some tips to help make inviting easier, less scary? What do you got for us?
First off, where would you be right now if somebody never invited you? I would probably be in a pharmacy. I would be a pharmacist. I would probably be so stressed out. I do not do good in high stress situations. Pharmacy is already challenging with people wanting medications at a certain time, fast. It's you have to be very detail oriented. You have to be on your A game when you are there. And with everything going on with the pandemic, my friends who are pharmacists are so stressed. That's where I would be right now. I would probably not be working out. If I was pregnant and a full-time pharmacist, there's no way. I wouldn't even be thinking about health and wellness. I would probably go to work, come home, go to sleep, do it all over again. That would be my life. What's my life right now? I wake up early anyways because I want to, because I'm excited to get on Zoom and see my girls working out and doing a morning routine. I work out. I feel amazing. I go for a walk with my dog. I eat some breakfast. I do a little work. Today I went out and ran some errands and I'm here talking on a call. You guys, do you see the difference? Do you see how much you could impact somebody's life? And I know my story is very dramatic, like that's crazy, but I've been doing this for almost 8 years. Think about your life though. Where were you before coaching? And how has it positively impacted your life? How has it positively impacted one of your challengers' life? A girl on my team lost over 150 pounds. She potentially could have passed away by now because she was going down that hill. You have this opportunity, you have these tools in your pocket. Lead with that. Get excited about that. Know that you have something that could change the trajectory of somebody's entire life. When you think about that, when you go to invite, does it seem so scary? They say no, it's a not right now. Best believe it is a not right now. If you get a mean response, it's not your person. You didn't want them in your circle anyways. So I'm telling you, just get out there, invite. We're on social media, you guys. It is easy to send a message on Instagram and Facebook. Can you imagine if you were a pharmaceutical sales rep and you had to walk into an office and sell something to all of these people in person and you had to give this great presentation? That freaks me out. Like, I would not want to do that. Sending a message on Instagram? Sure, that's easy. Fire it off. Hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I'm loving this program that I'm doing. I think that you would love it too. Have you ever thought about joining me? Don't overthink it. If they post workout stuff, hey, oh my gosh, your page is awesome. I've been loving following you and seeing all your posts. Not sure if you have seen what I do, but I think you'd be incredible at coaching. Can I send you over a video to check out to learn more about this? Like, don't overthink the invites, just send them, be genuine, and be excited about what you have to offer to people.
So good. We can totally end right there, you guys. And the biggest thing she said, what was on her list? Go take action on it, right? Take action on the post, take action on the invites. Immediately after the call, take action. So I love it. All right, I'm going to hit stop.